Gemini 3 Pro instantly builds voice AI agents. You can now build a full voice AI agent in under 2 minutes. No coding skills needed, no tech setup, just one simple prompt. I'm going to walk you through this step by step and show you why this is a total game changer. So, check this out. I built a working voice agent for a real estate business in less than 100 seconds. And I mean a complete system, the interface, the conversational AI, the whole thing. Just from typing what I wanted, this agent can book property viewings, answer questions about listings, handle buyer inquiries, and the voice quality is honestly better than what most companies are paying thousands for. Here's why this matters. This isn't just some demo you play with and forget. This is real technology you can use today. And if you run a business or work with clients, this tool is about to save you massive amounts of time because instead of hiring developers for weeks, you're building professional voice systems in minutes. First, you need to go to Google AI Studio. This is Google's brand new platform where you build applications using AI. It's similar to tools like Cursor or Replit, but everything runs inside Google's system. The AI model powering this is Gemini 3 Pro, and this thing is ridiculously powerful at creating complete applications just from your instructions. When you land on the main page, you'll see different options to choose from. You've got image tools, you've got voice app builders, you've got data tools. But today we're laser focused on building voice agents. And here's the coolest part. Since everything is connected to your Google account and billing, you don't need to mess with API keys or complicated setup. It just works right out of the box. So here's what I did. I typed out a simple prompt. I said, I want a voice agent for a law firm that handles client consultations. The firm is in Chicago and they need to book appointments, answer questions about their practice areas, and handle intake for new cases. I want a professional male voice that sounds confident and trustworthy. And I want the website to look clean and modern with a legal theme. That's it. That's the whole prompt. Then I hit the build button, and in about 90 seconds, Gemini built me a complete working system. The interface looked professional, the voice sounded natural, the conversation flow made sense. Now let me show you what happened when I tested it. I clicked the start call button and asked if they could help me with a business contract dispute. The AI responded immediately. It asked qualifying questions, it explained their services, it offered to book me a consultation time. The whole conversation felt natural. No weird pauses, no robotic responses, just smooth back and forth dialogue. And here's something most people miss. This system maintains context throughout the entire conversation. So if you mention something at the start of the call, it remembers it later, it tracks what you're asking for, it follows up naturally. This is what makes it actually useful instead of just being a gimmick. The voice quality is seriously impressive too. I usually use 11 Labs for voice work because they've been the gold standard. But Gemini's voice is right up there. It sounds warm, it sounds human, it doesn't have that uncanny valley feeling that ruins so many AI voice systems. Now, here's where this gets really powerful for anyone running a business. Let's say you want the AI to greet callers differently. Maybe you want it to say your company name first, or maybe you want it to ask a specific question right away. You just type what you want in the chat. The AI updates the code, and boom, it's done. I tested this by asking it to greet callers with a specific message. I said, make the agent say, Wilson and Associates Law Firm, this is Sarah. How can I assist you today? As soon as someone starts a call. It updated the system in about 90 seconds. I tested it again and it worked perfectly. Now, let me talk about what's actually happening behind the scenes here. When you click that build button, Gemini 3 Pro is writing three things for you. It's writing the HTML for your website interface. It's writing the JavaScript that connects everything to the AI. And it's writing the CSS that makes it look good. All of this code is sitting right there in the editor. You can see it, you can edit it, you can export it. This is huge because you're not locked into some black box system. If you want to customize the colors, you can. If you want to change how the buttons work, you can. If you want to add new features, you can either code them yourself or just ask Gemini to do it for you. It's that flexible. Let's say you want to add more capabilities. Maybe you want the agent to also send confirmation emails or check availability against a real calendar or process payments. You just type those requests into the chat, Gemini updates the code, and your agent gets smarter. Now here's something critical. This runs over WebRTC, which means it's a web-based call with almost no delay. When you're testing this in your browser, the conversation feels instant. But when you move this to a real phone system, you'll have some extra delay from phone networks. That's just how phone infrastructure works. But we'll talk about how to handle that in a second. Let me show you how to actually deploy this thing. In the top right corner, you'll see a button that says Deploy App. Click that, and Google will host your voice agent on their cloud servers. You get a real URL that you can share with anyone. They click the link, They start talking to your AI. Simple as that. This is perfect if you're pitching clients. Imagine you're talking to a dental office about AI solutions. Instead of showing them slides or mock-ups, you send them a working voice agent that books appointments for dental cleanings. They can test it right there. They can see how it works. They can hear how it sounds. That's infinitely more powerful than a pitch deck. You can also export the code if you want to host it somewhere else, or save it to GitHub if you want version control. Google gives you all the options. You're not locked in. But here's where most people get stuck. This web-based version is great for demos, but what if you want this handling real phone calls, like actual incoming calls from customers? That's a different setup. What you need to do is ask Gemini to give you the system prompt it used to build this agent. Just type in the chat, give me the system prompt and conversation logic for this agent. It'll spit out the exact instructions. Then you take that prompt over to a platform like Vapi or Retell. These platforms are built specifically for connecting voice AI to real phone numbers. You paste in your prompt, you pick your voice model. You could use Gemini Live or stick with something like 11 Labs. You connect a phone number, and now you've got a production system that handles real calls from real customers. These platforms handle all the phone infrastructure stuff, the call routing, the number provisioning, all of it. But here's what you need to know. The system Gemini builds for you isn't going to be perfect right away. You need to test it. You need to refine the prompts. You need to add guardrails so it doesn't say something weird. You need to make sure it handles edge cases. The initial build gives you a strong foundation, but production systems need optimization. Now, let me zoom out and talk about what this actually means. We're moving into a world where building AI systems is becoming stupid easy. The technical barrier is disappearing. 5 years ago, you needed a team of developers to build something like this. Today, you need one prompt and 2 minutes. So what does that mean for you? It means the skill that matters isn't whether you can build a voice agent, it's whether you understand what problems are worth solving, it's whether you know how to position your solution, it's whether you can calculate ROI and prove value to clients. The building part is getting commoditized by tools like this, but the strategic part, that's where real value lives. Understanding which processes to automate, how to measure impact, how to integrate AI into existing workflows, the actual building, that's becoming the easy part. And tools like Gemini 3 Pro prove it. You don't need to be a senior developer anymore. You just need to understand what to build and why it matters. So here's my challenge to you. Take this tool, build something today. Doesn't matter what industry. Pick one: real estate, law firms, restaurants, gyms, whatever. Build a voice agent for them. Test it. See how it works, because prototyping is now accessible to everyone. But turning prototypes into profitable solutions, that's still a skill. And that's where you win.